I'd definitely say I was a businesswoman at heart.
Being an entrepreneur is something I've always wanted to do.
It's really exciting to be a young entrepreneur in the region.
We want 22,000 more businesses in the region by 2016. We want between 60 and 70,000 new people into work. And we also want to raise the productivity of the region in terms of the GVA. I believe this is the right place to do business.
We came up with the idea of putting something positive about genetics into the public domain. We decided to set up our own laboratories and offer a whole range of tests not only to the academics and to the business community, but to the general public as well. One of those is obviously a paternity testing side of the business called DadCheck. The other side of the business is the forensic testing, whereby we take evidence from scenes of crime and hopefully we get enough DNA to generate a full DNA profile. We're about to, fingers crossed, get accreditation, which is basically the cream of laboratory testing accreditations, and that will open up a wealth of business for us.
Postura Healthcare all began when I was working for another medical company. At the time I was selling very specialist equipment into the healthcare sector within wound care and spinal rehabilitation. I then had an injury playing rugby, smashed up my rib cage, and I had a whole host of problems trying to sleep, looking after my posture, my back. So I had some of this high specification foam made up for a double mattress for my size. All of a sudden, for the very first time, I could sleep, I could get comfortable, it aligned my spine, I got the support and comfort I really needed. From there, obviously the sort of light bulb switched on. You thought, this is a real opportunity to bring this to the market. In the future, I see the Moo mattress being available to everybody, not just in the North East, but nationally and internationally as well.
SPACE stands for Sports Provision and Childhood Education. It not only offers a PE lesson, but it gives a whole lifestyle change. I operate in North Tyneside and Northumberland at the moment. The North East has a lot of opportunities for young businesses, for young people. I can see us working in lots of different primary schools, not just in North Tyneside and Northumberland, maybe it's the whole of the North East, even further.
Clearly we're seeing an increasing number of graduates stay within the region starting their own business. In addition to that, with the growth and the success of some of the larger companies in the region, that is spawning a whole service industry. It's about the individual and how they can turn that idea into a new business.
We manage the supply chain from the actual growth of the crops, which we then turn into diesel fuel in the refinery you see behind me. No other company does that. This area is a world-class centre for the manufacture of all kinds of things in the chemical industry. It's a growth industry, and for those that want to take it, it's there.
I think the Northeast in the IT sector is particularly forward-thinking. There's a wide variety of games companies, there are a wide variety of new media companies. I think it's a really sort of vibrant sector, and I think it's still growing, so there's a lot of opportunity for people.
This is a fantastic time for the biotechnology industry at the moment. People are coming up with lots of ideas for potential treatments. What we do in Avicea is help convert those ideas into real medicines. We've created a real catalyst, I think, for the region on which we can build further growth.
Duco is the supplier of subsea electrical and hydraulic umbilicals for the oil and gas business. The region is very favourable for skills supplies, particularly for the high technical demand we have for the sector. Our market sector is particularly buoyant at the moment. In the last 12 months we've gone through 60% growth in sales.
Romag was established here in 1986, and since then the company's growth has been really quite interesting. We've gone from an 18,000 square feet facility to now one of 120,000 square feet, and we floated the company on the stock market in 2003. There's no limit to what can be done in the North East.
I think we've got all the ingredients in the region for individuals who are thinking of starting their business to want to do it in the North East.
My business has recovered. It's a 21st century lost and found service. I came up with the idea when I was working in the library. Stupidly, I'd left my USB keyring in the computer and I'd lost countless hours of work. Each sticker is identified with a single person, so if you find a sticker with that number, then we can link that back to the original owner. I'm concentrating on Newcastle, but there's no reason why it can't be set up as a franchise in every single city in the UK.
Datum is a timber frame manufacturing company that designs, supplies and constructs timber frame buildings in the North East. It's understanding what their build challenges are and understanding their philosophies. One of the key principles of Datum is based around the concept of lean. Lean is about doing things in a quicker, easier, smarter way. Since setting up in 2006, we've won the Best New Business Award for Manufacturing. We've turned over £750,000, and in our second year it's looking as if we'll be turning over about £2.5 million.
And there's a saying over here, which is shy bairns, and it certainly kept us motivated because we decided to go for it really, because we knew we could make it over here.
We're trying to do something which is completely different from what has been done before in dentistry. All other toothbrushes on the market are based on a single head technology, and this configuration has its own chronicle limit. One is time limit, obviously the famous 2 minutes, and the device will automatize the whole cleaning process within 1 minute. One artist has been involved from the very beginning. Basically, we already have everything in place and the ability to manufacture pretty much everything within the region.
The people who are running the business are raising the bar in terms of their aspirations and where they want to take their companies to. So I think we've got real reasons to be optimistic going forward, and I think we're in a far better place than we have been for many, many years.
The thing I love about doing business in the North East is firstly the can-do attitude, but more importantly the willingness to listen.
What we really need to do, especially with the students and the school kids, is tell them that there are ways of doing this and we can be better and we can go out there and do stuff for ourselves.
There's a buzz about the North East, definitely. People have a passion